What she will bring to the campaign is probably two things. And Dan and I were talking about this in the back. She'll bring, I think, more purpose, more direction, more substance, hopefully, to the campaign. I say hopefully because I think when you have two serious candidates running, they bring out the best in one another. One of the worries I have in politics is that the body politic suffers when there's not a seriousness on both sides. I can disagree, differ, and point out deficiencies in the campaign, but it's great to have two strong candidates. Two, she'll probably help with the down ballot stuff, which I think there was great pressure being directed at the Trump campaign from Paul Ryan and others in the Republican Party, worrying that this could have a real impact on the chances of Republicans holding the House and the Senate.
I've heard weird analysis about the down ballot stuff. I don't quite understand it. It's like if you're losing a state by 6, it doesn't hurt the other down ballot candidates. If you lose them by double digits,
7.
they're definitely going to lose. Is that a hard, fast rule? Is that just historically? Is that the way it works?
That analysis, I don't know. I can see how that works, but I don't,
really?
I don't quite understand all that.
How does it work that way? I would think people, all politics is local. I would think that they would have different ideas about whether they like Rob Portman or whether they like, whatever it has to do with Trump.
It has to do with turnout models to a certain extent. And when the point being that when you get a sufficient amount of motivation from the top of the ticket, people are just going to vote a straight ticket. I mean, you see it all the time. That's why in midterm elections, Republicans tend to do better than in high turnout presidential elections. If there's a high turnout for Democrats, certainly in swing districts, that tends to be the case.
So, and also we haven't talked about the Breitbart guy at all. And he's like right there with Trump. I mean, he probably wants Trump to be even...
Oh, Breitbart, definitely.
Yeah, more outspoken.
The Breitbart organization.
Yeah, and he's going to...
he's been very positive about his pugilistic style. It's
I've stopped following just about everyone on Twitter because I just couldn't take it anymore. But I still follow Breitbart and News. I only follow 2 people now: Breitbart and Newsbusters and Harold Ford.
What about me?
And you?
Okay.
No, I'm exaggerating. But this guy is like-minded with Donald Trump
Steve calls himself a nationalist populist, blood and soil. He is completely aligned with that point of view. And
blood and soil.
That's what he says. I have heard him say that.
Harold,
yeah.
I've seen people say that the post-convention bounce, really for both candidates, at least in terms of favorability, is back to where it was pre-convention. Do you think there's a lasting halo for Hillary Clinton at this point? I guess that'd be your...
Well, she seems to be benefiting from 2 things. One, I think the Trump campaign continues to stumble and can't stumble onto a consistent message. And 2, I think she's beginning to find her own voice. I think the selection of Kaine was a smart selection. The 2 of them not only look good together, they sound good together and are in sync. And I think the more she finds her voice and the more consistent she can be with it, the stronger she'll get. But we shouldn't kid ourselves. There's a lot of time in this campaign. There are a lot of things that's going to happen. A lot of things will happen, and a lot of developments along the way.